completely. And then below the cut line, of course, the biggest name, Kelly Slater in 32nd place. Kelly's had the same 17th place finish in all four events that he competed in this year. Obviously, he didn't show up in Portugal, so that's a throwaway. But that was a really surprising year for Kelly. Interestingly, one savvy listener pointed out that Kelly actually has a road to requalification.
Hell yes. Let's hear this crazy idea. How does all this happen? What does he have to become a citizen of like China or something? What's the deal?
Maybe if he wants to get to the Olympics. But remember last year, the WSL made an amendment in the rule book that stipulated former title holders, world champs, can accrue points towards requalification after the cut line via a wild card. So it used
Yes.
to be that if you got a wild card, you wouldn't get points towards requalification. You would just earn prize money, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they made a stipulation last year because Kelly and Steph were below the cut line going into the cut. So last minute, they added a rule that was like, wait, if you're a world champ, you can get points. So Kelly could get wild cards and, will want to surf Cloudbreak and Chopu. And if he wins and semifinals, he has to do those two things to accrue enough points. He will then be above what the cut line has been in the past based on the points that he's already accrued for the beginning of the season. And then those two events, he can accrue enough to, at the end of the year, qualify and be back on tour in 2025.
Oh my, that's crazy.
So
I,
it's so stupid. And by the way, it undermines the entire credibility of the World Surf League. You know what I mean? Like for us to, in order for us to feel like any of this has meaning, there has to be stakes. It has to be somebody is going to lose their job or somebody's going to win, somebody's going to lose, they're not going to be back, whatever. And then to undermine all of it with, no, he can lose. He can completely lose. Everybody forces him into retirement. Kelly never retired, by the way. He never said he was retiring. He never made a retirement announcement. Yet all of his closest friends, it was like an intervention on the internet last week. All of his friends, like, Kelly, go ahead. You've done enough. Walk away, buddy. Take a bow. And Kelly's just like, no, you know what? I'm gonna get Griff back. I'm gonna get Griff back. Griff got me this time. I'm gonna get him back. And what he means is I'm gonna get him back at the next event. He's like, I'm gonna be back in Tahiti next event, and I'm gonna get Griff back. And he will do that, and then he'll get enough points that he's gonna show up next season.
well, that wouldn't surprise me, except that his partner's an expectant mother of his child, and it would be surprising. I'll just put that word on it. I don't want
You mean
to.
it would be on brand for Kelly?
I'm just saying that I don't. I don't think Kalani wants Kelly on tour, and I don't think Kelly wants Kelly on tour.
Kelly,
But the little devil on Kelly's
exactly.
shoulders, like, you know what? I could beat Griff. I could go into. I could maybe win another. But the smart, unselfish Kelly, the little angel's like, I'm gonna be there, a new chapter in my life for my child, for my partner. I'm gonna be taking the kid to like little, preschools and blah blah blah. And you know, the thing
You
is,
even thinking that
preschool
far.
doesn't start till you're 3. I got 3 years.
Exactly. Exactly. Even thinking through the process you just went through, talked him back onto tour. Him saying, I'm going to take my kid to preschool, like, wait, that is way less interesting than getting shacked in Cloudbreak. Like, he, the little Kel, there was always the little, let's say, altruistic voice in Kelly that was fighting up against the egomania that
Yeah.
was like trying to say, hey, man, go spend some more time at home, do some stuff with family, whatever. And the egomaniac was like, no, 11 world titles is what I want. But
He's
those
got 11.
voices, I
He
know.
needs
And
12.
that's how he got there.
Oh,
And so, right. But you're right. So now 12 is the new mantra. But those voices have shifted power. I do think you're right. Where like the egomaniac is still there, but it's much, much smaller. And the other voice, the selfless voice, has gotten larger and larger. We just don't know when the 50 is going to tip over to 51%, like when that scale is going to officially flip. And the way I heard him talking post loss, Margaret River, made me think it's not ready to tip quite yet. It's starting
Really.
to, but
There needs to be like a meme with the little devil Kelly versus the angel Kelly.
exactly. Green Room Times, you hear us?
Uh,